For the past several years, Florida has become a massive hotspot for people to move to from all over the country and from all over the world.
So you're considering moving to Florida? Well, you're not alone, because over 300,000 people thought it was the right move for them in 2023, 2022, and 2021.
Moving to Florida is a dream in minds of many people. I mean, last year alone, there 319,000 people moved here. It's an absolutely beautiful state. But there's also a dangerous and dark side to Florida.
In Florida, we have seen such a massive shift. You saw a huge stall out. Buyers everywhere had hit the bricks.
Focusing on new construction in St. Johns County, and they said, Josh, St. Johns County sounds too good to be true.
Untypical amount of sellers pushing homes into the marketplace.
So many who have moved here have chosen to live here and have now been completely wiped out. Sadly, they're saying goodbye to their investments and they're saying goodbye to their life savings. Now, moving to Florida and living here has changed a lot.
And during the pandemic, that actually just got amplified, and more people seem to just pour in here.
You always hear the reasons why people are moving to Florida, but rarely do you hear the reasons why they leave. Number 1, unrealistic expectations.
And so today I want to talk about why moving to Florida pretty much sucks now, and why you should not do it.
Florida is a major vacation spot, but unfortunately, living here is not like vacationing here. Some people think that when they move here, that they're moving to the stress-free paradise that Florida is when you're on vacation. However, when you move, life moves with you. It's a hard lesson to learn.
Unfortunately, the reality of living on the beach is slowly fading away. That's right, because there's a storm brewing for condo owners or anybody who's thinking about moving into a condo.
Would you believe me if I told you there was a condo crisis headed for Florida? A financial tsunami of epic proportions? Well, you should.
You know, if we didn't have enough problems with the housing market already, this next straw is potentially going to break the camel's back.
What if I was to tell you that 1 in 10 homeowners who live in an HOA ran community are thinking of selling their home for HOA related reasons, and more than half of those same people surveyed said they don't think the neighborhood is any better with an HOA. Beautiful looking neighborhood. It's a 55 and older community here in Boynton Beach. Nice. They're villas.
Damn, dude. Turn the freaking music down. It's so loud, okay? I'm just saying this from one YouTuber to another, from an editing perspective and overall viewing pleasure. You shouldn't be able to hear the music over you talking. That's it. Just stop doing it. So there seems to be a growing trend of the worst part about living in Florida. Well, let me show you. All right, let me see if I can run down this list from memory as we're taking our morning stroll on the beach. One of the reasons why people consider Florida to be the worst place is the weather. Too hot. Too hot. Today is January 31, 2024. And I don't know about you guys, but I'm super excited to be in t-shirt weather. In the winter. I don't know when the official start day of spring is. Do you know? Is it March?
Probably.
Sometime in March. But one of the reasons people say Florida's the worst place to live is because it's too hot. So you can tell the tourists, the visitors. Well, maybe that's more of a sign of locale. Michelle says the sand's not as packed. Well, we haven't walked this part before.
Maybe there's more tide. I don't know what it's called.
But it's interesting seeing people. Well, I'm not talking about t-shirt weather. She had a damn North Face and some Thermalite gloves on. All right, next on the list, real estate, home prices, homeowners insurance, all the above. The rent's too high.
This first property is dead middle Miami, sold date 12/21, $610,000. 3-bedroom, 2-bath, a whopping 1,347 square feet, and it doesn't even have a swimming pool, folks. That's a $5,200 a month payment, but you can rent it for $3,379. Almost $2,000 difference in the spread of those two numbers, folks.
Well, if you want to live here, the opening bid is at $4 million. And let's not talk about renovations. And that white one there, I think that's a new build, right? New build?
Yeah, it's a new build.
I can imagine the cost on that.
In today's market, yeah.
But the cost on that's probably less than the renovations on the other ones, the older ones.
Probably.
But when we get into homeowners insurance, well, yeah, about that. Do you want to send your kids to college or do you want to live on the beach?
They better get a scholarship.
You better be a track star or athlete. Know how to play golf. I thought about putting on some short sleeve pants today, but I stuck with my, I think these are my Lulus. If they're not, there's something else. Which ones are these?
Not your Lulu.
What is it called?
I don't know, but I can tell by the. I don't know.
What's it called?
It has an M. I don't know, babe. I don't know. It doesn't have a name. It just has a logo.
Really?
Yeah.
I got these from Dick's, but I don't know what they are.
It's like a WM, but not like
WM. But yeah, I opted for long sleeve pants, but I went with a t-shirt because yesterday I got pretty hot.
Same.
I can't believe there's people actually in the water. That's actually pretty. There's kids.
Kids don't have temperature.
They have no
Gauges.
bearing of temperature.
No body thermometers.
And Michael Bordenero, he got hit by his insurance company and they dropped him, non-renew. And we got a personal story ourselves. But also, part of why renting is so much more appealing to some. But another reason why people say Florida's the worst place to live is because the rent's too high. It's expensive. And there are no good jobs.
It isn't nearly as enjoyable.
When we're done here, we'll go over there and compare.
Okay.
I don't want to just make that blanket statement.
Well, by the time I get there, it'll be late and the water's already coming in, so it won't be.
Yeah, but it was still good up here too. You'll know. You'll know. So these kids, where are these kids from? They're not in school. They're homeschool or they're from another state.
Or another country.
So wherever they're from, this is vacation and this feels great to be in that water. Because if you came from somewhere else that had beaches and water, there's no way you would get in. Yeah, Oregon beach is a little different. California, the West Coast beaches are a little different. Highway 1, Pacific Coast Highway. But I'm over here talking about how great it feels out here, but you ain't gonna catch me in the water. That ain't gonna happen. All right, another complaint. Hurricanes. And a lot of people were complaining about hurricanes, but really we should probably just say natural disasters, hurricanes and tornadoes, water spouts. We had a water spout out here maybe 2 years ago. We had 8 hurricanes or tornadoes here 3 weeks ago, 4 weeks ago. So yeah, hurricanes, tornadoes, no real issues with wildfires or anything like that I've heard. But still, that's one of the worst reasons to live in Florida, or why people wouldn't live in Florida, is hurricanes. Crime too. Crime's a problem. Now I don't know what they're building here. Have we never come down here before? But Florida is conducive to a very active lifestyle. Especially the beach is inspiring for a variety of reasons. It's like some sort of like wooden Stonehenge pilings they got here. Maybe if you look down from space, it spells out something. Swing away. Now we're fortunate enough to get out here today, this morning, and enjoy this beach walk. And there's something I want to share with you guys that's really important at the end of this video, of the absolute worst part about living in Florida. So please stay tuned. Now we don't have much of a crime issue here, but we do have a lot of condos. And
unfortunately, the reality of living on the beach is slowly fading away. That's right, because there's a storm brewing for condo owners or anybody who's thinking about moving into a condo. You know, if we didn't have enough problems with the housing market already, this next straw is potentially going to break the camel's back.
Condos, they get hit with assessments, and they get hit with insurance hikes, and HOA fees, and all sorts of hidden costs. And granted, they were once a great opportunity for passive income. Talk about making some money. He's looking for gold. But now, with the changes in the short-term rental markets, the new laws that are being introduced and proposed, mandating that short-term rentals be limited to only primary residences unless you're owned by a Hilton of sort or major hotel group or property management company. They're not quite as glamorous as they used to be from a income producing standpoint. Another reason people say Florida is the worst place to live is the traffic. The traffic is insane. It's obnoxious. It's crazy. And the tourists. There's so many tourists. There's so much traffic. And Disney. Oh Lord, Disney. All right, another reason people don't say, they say Florida's the worst place to live is the oxidation and corrosion. And you can see here, it's rearing its ugly head. No one is safe. Not even aluminum. Maybe titanium, maybe. Stainless steel, I've seen it corrode too. Yeah, so here's another example of a renovation. And if your property is an investment property and an income producing property, at the time that the renovations are happening, it is not income producing. It is no longer profitable. It will have 100% vacancy. No one will occupy. All right, no, that one might be new construction or an addition, but it's probably new construction, new build. Oh, and that would be a good time for me to remind you guys that if you're interested in joining the YouTube group and learning more about creating your own YouTube channel, or actually optimizing the YouTube channel you already have to get more subscribers, more views, and or just contact me and communicate with me about different personal finance and business investment ideas, strategies, and tips and tricks that I have used to allow me to get to the position that I am in today. Hold on one second. Got to make sure my supplies didn't move around back here. Actually, that's that tire repair kit somebody asked me about. But if you guys are interested in learning more about that, the link's in the description. Hit me up. We already got several members in the group that are taking advantage of the custom videos that I'm making for them. I actually just posted one last night, about optimization for your channel to make sure you get the most views as possible. So check that out.
You don't care what you're doing to me. I've been down in the ruins so deep. All the games that you played, all the love you forsaken, you let it slip.
Another reason, worst part about living in Florida, the jellyfish. The jellyfish. You got these guys up here making some roof repairs, some damages, expensive costs. It's a dangerous job. You probably should have a trash chute. I don't think OSHA exists in Florida, so that's not a big deal. But yeah, roofs are expensive. And this place is expensive too. I think they're $4 million a unit. You get a 4-story unit, each with its own private rooftop pool. Glass railings. It's pretty epic. How much?
3.8 million after they dropped it from 4.2 because nobody bought it. I don't know if it ever sold. Because it's 3 floors plus that rooftop. You get your own pool and everything. Which is
Pretty spectacular. And another worst, Florida worst, is this thing right here. What the hell is it? Nobody knows. But as I said, I would share with you guys at the end of this video the absolute worst part about living in Florida. Or maybe not. Yeah. And that's it right there, folks. That's it. This, what I show you, is the worst part about living in Florida. And that is living in Florida, because we live here 24/7, 365. We are Florida residents. And times like these, having the ability to come out and enjoy this beach and walk and just think and breathe and talk and be, this is the worst part, because you know at some point it's going to come to an end. And it's going to be packed from March until October probably. So that's the worst part. That's the worst part about living in Florida, is realizing that this paradise that you call home isn't necessarily going to look like this and stay like this all the time. But hey, 80-20 rule, right? Or that would be, let's see, if that was March through October, so then that's 7 months, so 70-30. We're close to 80-20. 7 out of 12. We're almost at 50%. We're almost 50-50, so that ain't bad. But the days like today where it's warm and peaceful and secluded and you can breathe, yeah, that's the worst part. But that worst part is the best part, especially coming from the opinion and perspective of a YouTuber and content creator. As I've mentioned before, one of the main reasons why we chose to move to Florida was for the inspiration and atmosphere and environment and scenery and creativity and creating and making these videos and bringing you guys along with us in live streams and all sorts of stuff. And it's free. You think about it, you listen to any YouTuber, any coach, any guru, or any course or whatever, they're like, you need pattern interrupters. You need change in scenery. You need B-roll. You need, a constant change. Well, no better constant change than walking up and down this beach shore or showing you some of the scenery as we drive down the street with beautiful, beautiful Florida architecture and homes and mansions and beach houses and condos and people and yeah. Yeah, girls in bikinis too. So look, that's just it. That is just one of the many, many pros, despite the cons, depending when it comes to living in Florida. To each their own. Thanks for watching. Smash that like button and subscribe. I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye.
I can tell you my problems, meditating my silence, but I keep pushing my pen, rotating my stylus. Brokenness feeling like sin, now no breath, low dollar. Used to be left on red, now all the girls go holler. Now all the girls go follow.